Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking to you how I passed my driving test and my theory test both first time. So yeah guys, my instructor said I'm in the top 10% because I passed both first time. But before I get on with the video, I'm going to explain that ignore these because what the hell is that? I don't know. I need to get rid of them. My wardrobe top is a mess, so ignore that also. We've also got a friend here, so ignore that. I went to uni yesterday really early, like literally 9 o'clock for the lesson. So yeah, just ignore that. Ignore everything please. We're just gonna get on with the video. Also, I'm filming on my iPad because my stupid phone here, so scary cold calls, but my stupid phone, it ran out of storage, so anytime I've tried to film a video it cuts it off. I deleted apps, deleted videos, deleted photos, deleted freaking everything. It just doesn't work, it doesn't want to record. So we've got to make do with the iPads, and I keep looking at the record button instead of the camera. Very annoying. But anyways, we're going to get on with the video of how everything started. So let's go. I wanted to start my driving lessons in 2019. I had sixth form. Sixth form took up my life, which is horrendous. We're not going to talk about it. But yeah, it took it up, so I couldn't do my driving lessons then. I wanted to start in 2020. COVID came. We all know about that. Lockdown and everything happened, so I couldn't do it then. 2021 came. Still had sixth form until the 6 weeks holidays for summer. So I had to wait till the summer, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to find a driving instructor, and I wanted to do automatic because it's easier, right, and you can just pass faster and do an automatic, you know. So I decided to look for automatic driving instructors, and I found one company called Dramatic Automatic. And I decided to go with them, and I just literally texted the phone number saying like, hi, do you have any like available lessons, whatever? And he said, oh, I have to find you someone like within the company. So he did, he found me someone, and she gave me a ring, and we just talked about have you ever driven before, your date of birth, have you got a license, and like your professional driving license and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I want to start as soon as possible. She's like, okay, so the closest lesson that she has to start was 2 weeks away. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that. So I started in June 2021, and if it wasn't for COVID, I think I would have passed my test in around like early November, early December-ish time, around then. But I had to wait until January. Originally my test was for February the 4th, I think it was, but I got it earlier, so I did my test on January 25th and I passed then. So yeah, so we're just gonna rewind all the way back and start at the beginning basically. So yeah, so I've got everything written down on my phone, by the way. So yeah, don't know what that face was for, but it was done. So yeah, so like I said, I found an instructor, but right now if you're trying to find an instructor it might be hard because of COVID again. Like loads of places will be booked up for driving lessons, so if you have a parent that has a car then you can learn with them, get insurance with them, do that, because that's like, that really helps. But yeah, I'm going to talk about my first lesson now. So basically my instructor, she came and picked me up opposite my house, and she drove to like a little area like in my city type thing where most learners like start their lessons there. So we just went there, and what did I do? Straight away she was like, okay, get in the driver's seat. I was like, straight away. Yeah, so I just sat in the driver's seat. She was like, okay, telling us like everything about like the basics about what's it called, the cockpit drill, I think it's called, like the same as a cockpit of a airplane. It's just the same thing when driving, and they just tell you about that, they tell you about the basics, they tell you about the car, how it works, stuff like that. So yeah, so I just adjusted my seat, the head restraint, and the mirrors I didn't need to adjust because we're like kind of the same size and things, so that was good. Yeah, that was really good. But yeah, so I literally, she just had this like book with her as well, it was like laminated, it had like pictures in it, and she would like explain on the book what we're going to do in that lesson and be like, this is how you do it, blah 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 blah. I was like, okay. And then she would also talk me through the steps as of when I was physically doing it, which was really nice. Like, she was so calm. I would honestly, I would recommend my driving instructor. She was like, yeah, just patient, good with her job. She wasn't like shouty, wasn't like pushy, stuff like that. But yeah, so I just started, first we just moved off and then stopped. Obviously everyone does that when you start, so I was good at that. And then we decided to do minor junctions that were like in this little area everyone starts off in. So basically, yeah, I did that. Obviously I was cutting corners, I was going around too fast, I was going around too slow, I wasn't turning the wheel enough, stuff like that. But I eventually got the hang of it. Obviously you need to like, well, I needed to get used to the car that I was driving in. I learnt in a Toyota Yaris hybrid. So yeah, I really enjoyed that car. Like, but yeah, the brakes are sensitive in that car. But it's alright. I got used to it, and yeah. And even on the first lesson, after I'd finished it, she was like, okay, you can drive home. I was like, drive home? She was like, yeah, do you want to? I was like, okay, I'll give it a go, why not? I mean, I paid for the lesson. I did do 2-hour lessons for a long time, and then I put it down to an hour and a half because I knew everything, so I didn't really need the 2-hour lessons anymore. So yeah, I put it down to an hour and a half after that. But anyways, literally I drove home on 30 roads, and she was like, yeah, that's brilliant, when do you want your next lesson? And I was like, same time next week. She was like, yeah, same time next week, love. So booked that in, and I got it, and I did my lessons, and I got really good, stuff like that. And then my mum also has an automatic car, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get insurance on her car. So I got insurance on her car, and I would drive to like Asda, I would drive to the town, stuff like that. I would just drive everywhere anytime that I could. I would do the manoeuvres, things like that, in my mum's car also. So seriously, if you have a parent or anyone you know who you can learn in their car with, as well as an instructor, totally recommend it, because it gives you more learning time and stuff like that. Because like I was saying, my instructor's car is completely different to my mum's car, so I had to get used to both cars, because the brakes in the instructors, like I said, they are so like sensitive, where in my mum's it's not. So yeah, just bear that in mind when you get your first car. If it's not the same as your instructor's car, you might not like it at first, but you'll get used to it. Because my mum's car, I hated it at first. Oh my god, it felt horrible, but then I got used to it and I was able to like learn more in it. So yeah. Also another thing that I did was I watched a bunch, and I mean a lot of YouTube videos. Anytime I had my lesson, about the next lesson, she would tell me what I'm going to do on the next lesson. So I'd go straight up on YouTube, look it up, watch videos. Video, like literally, religiously watch them. And it helped, it actually helped, because when I went to the lesson, I kind of knew what I was doing. So it wasn't more of like the lesson, like explaining how to do it. It was more me physically doing it, which is what you really want. So you need to watch videos, like that. It's a must. Just watch videos and it will help. Because also like watching it physically, it like, I don't know, it just put it in my head that that's how you do it, and then I just remembered. So it did help. Oh yeah, and then when I was coming to the end of my driving journey, near the end to my test, we obviously done a lot of mock tests, and on the first 3 or 4 I failed them all, and it was mainly because of me speed. Yeah, I was speeding on a lot of roads. Like on the 30 road I was going 40, and I have no idea why I was doing that, but it was just happening. Then one time on a 20 road I went 35 because I didn't realise it was a 20 road, but that's fine. But yeah, anyways, speed was an easy thing to fix, so I ended up fixing that. And then I eventually got to a mock test where I got zero minus, and I was over the moon with that. But yeah, I got 0 minus on the test, and from then on, again, I watched videos, I watched mock videos, I watched how to do the manoeuvres, how to do like normal junctions, roundabouts, things like that. There's YouTube videos called, I mean the channel's called, what's it called? I watched DGN driving even though I didn't do manual, I still watched his mock tests because he puts it on the thing telling them what they've done wrong, and it helps as well. I watched one called, oh my god, I can't even remember the name. I'm gonna have to like search it up. Advanced Driving School. Their channel is really good. This is their channel. Here we go. Watch that. These videos help literally a lot. And I did watch a guy called Kenneth Smith, I think he's called, his YouTube channel, but it's because he's like in Durham and I'm in Sunderland, so it's like kind of similar, but this channel will help you guys so much if you watch them. About the actual driving test and like booking it and stuff. Oh, I didn't talk about my theory test. I was meant to talk about that next. So my theory test, I did it in August 2021 and I passed that first time, like I was saying. So basically I just went on the Google website and straight away after my first lesson I went on it and like booked my theory test, and I had to wait a month obviously, because from June to August month, you know, but I had to wait a month before I could do it, so I revised the month. That theory test is the one thing that I actually revise for, because I don't really revise for tests or nothing like that. I don't like to, so I don't do it. But I used the Gov website for theory test, like videos and things. Then I did buy one for like £12, which the actual real thing is only £5 if you go on the App Store. You just type, Android Store, Play Store, just type theory test. And you can get free ones or you can get the ones where you have to pay. But like 2022 driving theory test, that one will probably do. But literally, like me, I didn't realise that you did hazard perceptions as the video, so I was literally only doing like the question ones. But then honestly, I'm so glad I found out that you had to do that. And then I just watched loads of them and like played loads of them obviously. And yeah, so you do the theory test, which is the question based ones, and then the hazard perception, which is the videos where you have to like click it when you see a hazard. So yeah, but if you don't want to pay, I'd recommend this one, because I did use that actually. I remember now, I did use that as well. That's the one where you have to pay. It's only £4.99, and that's like the proper one. So yeah, that's what I did for my theory test. And I'm going to do another video called what to expect on your theory test and what to expect on your driving test day. So that's why I'm not going into too much depth in this video. About the actual test, like the physical test, that's what I'm going to talk about. Basically, I think I started looking for a test in October time, and obviously there was none, and then eventually I found one near the beginning of November, and it was for February. And I booked it straight away, and it was for 8 o'clock in the morning. Didn't really want to do that, but I just booked it anyways because otherwise I wasn't going to get one. So literally I got an app called Testy. I'll get on the App Store again and I'll show you it. But this app literally shows you the dates if there's one available. Here it is there. This is a driving test cancellation app, so it did show some, and I found one for the 25th of January, and I changed it so fast, and it was for 10:04 in the morning, which is perfect. And yeah, I did that and got my test, and like I said, I did loads of mock tests before, and in some weeks I did 2 lessons a week, and some of them I did 1 lesson a week. But when I started like getting everything like flush and I was like good with it, I started 1 lesson a week again. But yeah, so on the day of my driving test I did an hour lesson before, which I mainly just did the manoeuvres, and I was good with that and I was happy with it. So we went to the test centre about like 10 minutes before the test, and you just wait there and then you do your test, and I passed my test, and that's how I passed my test. But the main thing was watching YouTube videos. So yeah, honestly guys, watch YouTube videos. I can't stress that enough. Watch them as well as doing your lessons. So yeah guys, if you like the video, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.